come, and now the dragons. So we've got to realize that what has been prophesied in the word is saying that the dragon is going to come. And with us seeing the dragon, and this year, it was amazing. We saw Jonathan Kahn has just released something on the dragon as well. And so people are speaking about this dragon as we've moved into this new Hebraic year that's just started now. And Rowley had his first weekly portion yesterday that he did with everyone. And to see that is the start of the Hebraic New Year, the biblical New Year, and to see where we are, how things have unfolded. And so I do believe things are going to escalate. I do believe that, as we're getting closer and closer to the end and the more...
Oh, it's clearly escalating.
Yeah,
I mean, it is actually blowing my mind, and this is kind of disgusting, but let's just say the blue team in America put out an ad, a political ad of a young man actually masturbating and saying that the red team was going to take a tool away from them that helps them do that. Wow. I literally, if somebody would have told me even 2 years ago that would happen.
Whoa.
Sick. It is. I wish there was a warning on it. Like, it just popped up and it was like, on my Twitter feed. And you really have to be careful what you open.
Wow. It's really in your face now.
100%. Like, he is out of the closet.
Totally. And I mean, if children had to see that, and now they're getting children to masturbate as well at nursery school. They call it happy hour.
No.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
This is in Europe. They're calling it happy hour, and they're teaching them how to masturbate and play with each other. This is a subject, one of the kindergarten subjects.
These parents need to be more on it, but the parents are so MK Ultra too. I really think that's why I've gone back to wearing my blue light glasses a lot more, because I really believe it has something to do with how they're getting into our heads.
Yes, absolutely. No, I agree with you. I also got myself a pair when I was in the States.
Yeah, I like my orange ones better, but I couldn't find them.
Oh, that's bad.
Rolly also likes orange glasses. Then he's got this.
Oh, well, I'll wear them next time you're here, Rolly. We'll have our orange glasses on together.
Yeah. Okay, so what we then see with these things escalating is fire, torture, fear, trauma. And if we think of the fires of the crematorium with the Holocaust, that was also the start of the dragon. The Second World War, they had training of the soldiers, which they called the fire and ice. So they would put them into boiling water and then into the snow. And they hardened them for the war that way. So it was the fire and ice dragon, which we know that is what is going on, But it was already in Second World War where they were hardening the soldiers. And then the crematoriums, how the bodies were burnt. And so the visible signs in a client with dragon programming, how would we know that there's something like that around? There's chaos.
Absolute.
Their lives. There's chaos. They can't control the children. It's absolutely chaos in the home. It's manifestation of supreme evil. And I think what you've described now with that ad,
Can you imagine? And I'm not saying they did it, the blue team, like it's not their official thing, but it is one of the blue team's associations and large associations in the States.
Whoa. There's death and suicide. I mean, how many of the children are being bullied and then end up in suicide? That they're being mocked and they just can't handle it. And there's not the support. I really appreciate it if I hear of schools and where they put something in place to protect the children against bullying. But it's rough, it's evil, it's cruel, it's really, really bad. And so we are seeing that how many people are committing suicide, destruction in all relationships. We're just seeing this all over. Fascination with power and astral travel, that I can fly. People that do the astral, traveling at night and speak necromancy. I mean, speaking to the dead and all of that. It's so common. I'm absolutely shocked. In 1 week, working, just working with families and hearing the same story, and that is, people are getting so involved in necromancy. That death, this whole Halloween season that we're in now, it's necromancy. It is walking through the veil, because the veil is thin now, and you can get through to the other side and you can go and speak to the dead. So it's all of the stuff that is just escalating with families, and then of course the curses that come because you're opening up for that. It's horrific.
I mean, even dreams, people's dreams. I mean, I'm having so many people call me saying I'm having really, really bad evil dreams. And my only response is just get in the Bible more. I mean, I literally know of people who have cured themselves from all kinds of addictions just from reading the Bible over and over and over and over and over diligently. And but it's kind of scary. It's changing fast.
Yeah, very, very, very fast, really. Yeah. So, you've got the royal, the dragon has also got royal dynasties, by the way. So it's not just the royalty of the kings and the queens that's royal. You've got the Pope, and you've got the whole line of royals with the Pope. You've also got the royal line and the queens. That's royal. You've got the Pope, and you've got the whole line of royals with the Pope. You've also got the royal line with the dragon.
Yes.
And so Rowley did this research. He did well. And
oh my gosh, this is so crazy, because this is literally what Liza, remember the lady I was talking about earlier?
Yeah.
I was going to have her on the show to talk about Skoda, which is the Musoline. That's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She should talk to Rowley and make sure everything's that she's looking at is right. But we'll see. I mean, this is actually so exciting to me.
Yeah. So we've got a legend of a woman, and you know that she is the same Queen of Heaven that is on some of the coffee company that's on a very coffee company. She is the queen of heaven. That's there. So
she's
so she's part of the Dragon Kingdom.
Yes, I knew that only because of Liza.
Okay. And so we've got this lady called Melusine, and she's a female spirit of fresh water. So she's a mermaid. She's got wings and a fish tail. There's the duality in water, both nurturing and destructive.
Very destructive.
Very destructive. Fairies are very destructive as well. Gnomes, your elves are very destructive. So it is such an evil world, and they've made it so cute to color it in the children's fairy stories, to make it, it's just a fantasy. It's just, just a story. And we don't realize how we've already prepared the minds of those who are the leaders of today. We're prepared with all of the stuff when they were little ones, sitting in front of that TV and being blasted with this stuff. And so in human form, both a loving mother and a serpent. Now, here in Africa, with the witchcraft that they have, they are being breastfed by a mermaid. So they drink the milk that then changes their DNA and strengthens them for the. And there was this one guy that, not much is written down in Africa, but lately they have been writing down a lot of stuff. Those that have come to God and given their lives over and have broken with all of this stuff, they've actually started writing books on what they do in the cult, how they go to the Devil's Bible School, how they get trained, what the Bible says, and how to attack Christians. It is scary when you start looking at what is out there, what is available. But it's always this duality, the good, but also the evil, the loving mother, but also the serpent. And then connect the royal dragons are connected to 5 royal bloodlines.
Yes, that's the other thing she found.
Okay. So, really, you did a good job. You did a good job. So, there we've got her. And what was very interesting, when we were in the East, we went to Taiwan at a stage and Hong Kong. And we ministered to Filipinos who were working in Taiwan. The islands, they've got, the people are beautiful people. They're gentle. They're really amazing. But there's a lot of water spirits and stuff going on the islands.
Oh, I didn't know that. I knew there were in Africa, but I didn't know that in Taiwan.
Yeah. Taiwan, very strong, and the Filipinos.
Okay.
They're only like 4% Christian. And at that time when we went, they had taken a census to see how many Christians. 4%.
Wow.
When I was teaching, and we just heard this big commotion going on outside, and walked over to the window to see what was going on. And here's this big dragon parade, this huge dragon parade going on. And the people are loving the dragon and cheering the dragon and, the whole thing around the dragon. So it's very strong there. And the Filipinos, we ministered to this girl whose father was the head chief on the island. And as she was, it's going to be difficult for me to explain it with my feet, but I'm going to explain it with my hands.
Okay.
But as we started to pray around the bloodline, and we started to deal with the entities that had come into her family and the covenants that were made by her father and, of course, previous generations on the island, suddenly her legs came together and she started to kick the dolphin like this, the mermaid like this. And she started to put the comb. She had a comb made from seashells. And the comb she started to put in her hair, because she would be the oracle. She would be the one that would prophesy.
Wow.
And so she changed totally into her mermaid form and had to have the comb in her hair to start to speak the oracle.
I don't know how you do it. I think I would run. Good luck. I'll go get Amanda. That would freak me out. You're a strong woman.
It was amazing to see, Carmen, really. It was, it was really in your face that we saw. It was really a manifestation of a physical woman personifying the spirit, this mermaid spirit from her bloodline. Mm-hmm. And so it was really so interesting to see. And there are also Filipinos working in Ireland. And you can see the tail there. And so you've got the 3-leaf clover. But they are also very strong in Ireland. There's a lot of the myths. Lord of the Rings was shot there, the movie, Middle Earth, all of that stuff.